purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to create activities, set lesson goals for the heart rate monitors.
After you log into your IHT account on the web, click on Activities. When you first log into your account, your activities are going to be blank. So the first one that everybody should do is just click on New Activity. And the title of the first one that I would recommend is just simply Introduction to Heart Rate Monitors. Then I normally put behind it the percent of time that I am anticipating the students to move at an MVPA level. So right now this says Intro to Heart Rate Monitor 30% MVPA. So then slide down to where it says Goals. Yellow is moderate movement. So moderate right now I could put that at 25%. I could go to red, highlight it, put it at 5%. So now my MVPA is 25 plus the 5%, which would be the 30% of MVPA. After you feel good about the percent of time that the kids are going to be moving at a moderate and vigorous level, slide down and click on Save. After you collect data for a couple weeks and you start looking at the data and you start looking at the reports and you get ready to add more goals based on the activities that you're teaching. As you can see, I have Workout Wednesday, that's 80%, Cardio Thursday, 85%, Decoding Fitness, 50%, Decoding Fitness, 75%, Floor Hockey, 45%, Floor Hockey, 70%. You have to allow yourself an opportunity to teach. So I'm going to use the activity that I have built that's called Floor Hockey 45. I would use this activity to collect goals during the time that I'm doing a lot of instructing and the students are working on skills. So in the description area, I'm going to make a note for myself. It's going to tell me that the assessment's going to be focusing on Standard 1, Middle School Measure 10, shooting on a goal. Standard 2, Middle School Measure 10, offensive strategies. I have also hyperlinked a video on skills so that the students can know how to catch a puck when it's above the waist and set it back down on the ground so that they're not high sticking. It's a safety concern in our classroom. So then when I look at the goals, I have 35% of the class period is going to be at a moderate level, 10% of the class period is going to be at a vigorous level. So for a total of 45% MVPA. Then when I slide down to where the PDFs are, you can upload as many PDFs as you need. So this happens to come from Catch. I have now added a PDF that is going to show me different things that I want to remember to do for this lesson and different types of strategies for teaching skills. The other thing that I have attached is a floor hockey rubric. So now I could open this up when it comes time to assess my students with the rubric, and I can have the rubric up during the time I'm in class so I remember exactly what I'm looking for. I would also have this rubric posted on the wall so that my students know exactly during this unit what the expectation is for assessing them.
The last thing to demonstrate is the various settings for the monitors. Click on Device Settings. If you have the zone, you can come in and shut off the heart rate display. So if I click no here, then the display for the heart rate will not show. So for elementary teachers, this is wonderful because then you can teach. I would like for you to be in the blue zone. I would like for you to be in the yellow zone. I would like for you to be in the red zone. Then when the kids have grasped that understanding, you can come in on other lessons and leave it as yes, and now the heart rate would show. So every time that I would use this particular lesson, only the colors on the face of the monitor would appear. The other setting is display brightness. Normal means that where the setting normally is. What I would do is I would click it to bright on most of my lessons, especially if I'm outside. And the good thing about this is, as I am monitoring the students and watching their technique, watching what's going on in class, I can easily see what zone they're in. The downfall, I guess, for some people is this will use a little more battery, but schools that I know that use this constantly at bright, they really like the brightness of the monitor, and they just charge their monitors twice a week. Show marker. If I click yes, under the number of the monitor, if you press and hold that down for 3 to 5 seconds, it will mark the chart, and it will also then tell you what the heart rate was at the minute of that lesson. I would mark that as RR for recovery rate, and I would have the students at the end of our vigorous workout to mark their chart. I would have the kids relax for 1 minute, mark it again, and they can see what their recovery rate was for 1 minute. Once again, that is under device settings. After you have everything set the way you would like, just click save.